So we have a bit of a breaking news update for you, and Rohan Bopanna has just broken his own record by becoming the oldest man to enter a Grand Slam final. He had, of course, made that record when he entered the final of the US Open men's double, but he's now done it in the season opener as well, proving that the form that he and partner Matthew Ebden had been showing throughout the 2023 season, where not only did they end up making it to the US Open final, but they also made it to multiple, Masters events. They made it to the finals as well. They played in the ATP finals too. That form was no fluke because, well, Rohan Bopanna and Matthew Ebden are through to the final of the Australian Open, and it was a pretty hard-fought win, let's put it that way, because again, whilst Bopanna and Ebden got a hold of the first set 6-3, they ended up losing the second set by that exact same margin to the unseeded Chinese duo. So again, an unseeded duo you'd think probably wouldn't be causing these two guys that much trouble, because again, they've been playing together for over a year. They have had prior history even before they got this partnership this time around. But they actually ended up dropping the second set, and the third one went into the super tiebreaker as a result. So the super tiebreaker, well, that was also the word super, let's say, definitely does it justice, because again, not only did it go 7-6, but then they had to win 10-7. 10-7 was the final gap. So it was definitely, it went a long way, but good on a Bopanna and Ebden, to actually take it that deep and then actually end up going on to win it, because there's a lot of people are mentioning, Bopanna is 43, will soon turn 44. Yes, we know that doubles tennis does of course alleviate a lot of the running around that you'd have to do as compared to singles tennis, where obviously because it's just you're going to have to cover the whole court. In doubles you can cover half the court, and if you're someone who's standing up on the net, then more often than not your movement is definitely restricted as a result. But with Bopanna, I mean, he's someone who's his knees have been giving him problems for years. In fact, the cartilage there is minimal, and his movement is definitely a lot more limited in today's day and age. He relies on two things: one, of course, his experience to anticipate where to be on the court at the right time; second, of course, that serve, which still has as much boom as it did a decade ago. So definitely big ups to Bopanna for making it to the final of the Australian Open. You would hope that he can actually go one step further than he did in the US Open. The US Open, remember, didn't end up making it to the top, but Australian Open, you'd hope that he can actually go one better and actually win the Grand Slam, because again, we were all talking about in the beginning of this Australian Open, we were talking about there not being much representation for, let's say, India at such tennis events. Obviously Bopanna's glory in doubles doesn't quite alleviate the need for India to do better in singles competition, but seeing someone like a Sumit Nagal make it to the second round, beat a seeded player to do so, then see Bopanna do what he does best, which is of course win consistently on the doubles tour, does of course make you happy as an Indian fan that you're seeing these guys do so well at that let's say level. So that's the breaking news update for you guys. If you're just joining us, and I see a few of you are, Bopanna's through to the final of the Australian Open and will be competing for the Grand Slam title. So it's pretty big news. We'd hope that he can actually get that Grand Slam, but for now I'm taking you guys leave. Thank you all so much for joining us. We appreciate you joining us always. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget, like, share, subscribe, tap that bell, leave us a comment. Also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Don't forget to download the SportsTech app, and if you're already on the channel, well, go ahead, check out some other videos we've done as well, and stay tuned. We've got plenty more coming your way through the day. For now, from my side though, it's bye-bye.